Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, it's been a great weekend and personally I am feeling great regardless of what the market does because I have lost a lot of weight. I have been walking almost 4 hours every day for the last 1 month or so, and I've dropped around 6 kilos. And I have to lose another 5 or 6 kilos to become perfect in terms of BMI. And I'm really happy. I'm marching in the right direction. I'm feeling fitter, energetic. I just came back from the evening walk and I'm doing this video because I have made up my mind on what I want to do next week. I'm going to share that with you, and it has got to do with Nvidia. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. I have made up my mind and I'm going to go all in on Nvidia. And the reason is that I feel convinced that Nvidia is going to show a blockbuster earnings report, and that's going to boost the market sentiments. And there are a few reasons why I believe so. I'm looking at companies like Google, for example, who is again a hyperscaler, and they are building the infrastructure and they are building AI systems, and they have a tie-up with Apple, who again is going to have AI phones, and they're also looking at robotics. They're going to introduce new products shortly later this month. So all of them are squarely focused on AI. And then if you ask to look at companies like Amazon, they are in a different level altogether. Amazon has claimed that they have used AI to upgrade their code to Java 17, and in the process they have saved a lot of developer hours, and the work was done at a much faster pace of time, and it has resulted in multi-million-dollar savings within Amazon. Now, those kind of use cases I thought were going to happen much later, and the fact that Amazon has achieved that indicates that they are going to be pushing this productivity gains, and their competitors will also have to look at that. And across the industry, people are going to look at Amazon, and they're going to start aiming at getting those kind of gains. And the use case of Amazon can be in other places also, where they need to upgrade their software to Java 17 or something like that. So I'm seeing a lot of possibilities of AI hardware being deployed, and that means that these kind of applications do not need the Blackwell. I think the existing H200 and all those things can do this job. And I think if Nvidia has got a bit delayed with Blackwell, they can still continue to sell their existing chips, and there's plenty market for it right now. So I think Amazon is going to do extremely well as a user of AI, and as a result, it's going to reflect well on Nvidia's future prospects and future sales prospects and forward guidance. So that's the case. I have spoken about Amazon, I have spoken about Google, I have spoken about Apple. So those three companies are covered. Now let's look at Tesla. One of the most controversial news was that Elon Musk diverted H200 chips that were destined for Tesla to X. That doesn't mean that Tesla is not going to get those chips. It just means that the Tesla would get it later, and those orders will still have to be fulfilled, which means that all the chips that have gone to X are going to be manufactured for Tesla as well. So the demand has not gone down, instead it has gone up. That's the way I would look at it. That's the way I would interpret it. And if you look at Meta is also going full swing on AI, and they have a lot of use cases that they could deploy for more productivity. So I'm thinking that overall the AI scene is looking pretty good, and none of these companies in their quarterly reports have mentioned that they have stopped building their infrastructure, and none of them, to my knowledge, have said that they have finished investing in AI hardware or that they have stopped any AI projects. So I'm thinking that this is what is happening with all the big ones. Okay, these are all the companies that are huge components of the index and that move the index. Now, if you take a step back and look at the other companies that could use it, like credit card companies, financial companies, travel companies, all of them could have a lot of benefit with AI. And they would also start looking at those in a more aggressive manner, given that Amazon has already started deploying AI to improve its internal workings. So I'm thinking that Nvidia is definitely going to give a great result for Q3. They're going to blow over the expectations for the market. And also, I think they're going to give an aggressive future guidance. And even though it may look aggressive, it may be less than what they could actually deliver, because Nvidia usually under promises and over delivers, in my opinion. So that's what I'm looking at. Now, what is that going to mean? It's going to mean that FNGU is going to jump up. It's going to mean that Nvidia is going to jump up. And it's also going to mean that I have more time to do my CRISPR bets, and I have an opportunity to move my loss-making counters, book the loss, and move that money into Nvidia for that bump. Now, how I visualize this will happen is that on the run-up to earnings, we may see volatility, but on the earnings, after the blockbuster result, there will be a jump, and that's when I plan to sell half of my Nvidia holdings, and I plan to sell most of the FNGU holdings and keep the cash handy, and that's when I'll look at buying CRISPR. Now, how do I fund this? I have got some cash already in various accounts, a significant amount of cash to invest. And I'm also going to liquidate a few counters. And I'm going to show that to you on my portfolio. Here's my first portfolio where I have got $32,506 in cash. I'm planning to sell Bluebird Bio because they have again received a notice from the stock exchange. And looking at their share price and looking at the example of Ginkgo Bioworks, I'm thinking that Bluebird might do a reverse stock split, and that reverse split is going to set the stage for further loss of value. Whenever there's a reverse split, the share price goes up and then it starts dropping much faster. So I'm going to get rid of Bluebird first thing on Monday morning, and I'm going to put that money into Nvidia. I have got Grail. I'm holding on to Grail. I've got Altimmune, which is the speculative position. I'm holding on to it. I'm holding on to Illumina. It's profitable, and I think that Illumina is going to go up further. So I'll take some amount of that 32,506 and the sale of Bluebird and put the proceeds to buy around 100 odd Nvidia in this account. That's my plan. I may buy 100 or I may buy 50 depending on what cash I have in hand. And I'm going to keep some powder dry for opportunities that may come my way. And I'm thinking that once Nvidia reaches its peak post earning, I would sell Nvidia, half of Nvidia, and book those profits. That's what I'm planning to do with this account. I have another account. So in this account, you can see my profit structure, right? I have a profit of 7,651 as of date, out of which a bulk has come from FNGU, and the loss significantly has come from Tesla. So I've already recovered the losses. I've made good profit from Nvidia in the past. So I'm going to do that again. And that's my plan. And you can see that in Ginkgo Bioworks also out here, I made profits. In CRISPR Therapeutics, I made marginal profits out here. Even with Bluebird, I had made profits. This is going to subsidize my losses when I sell it. So that's what I have out here. Here's another account of mine where I got 28 Nvidia out here, and I'm holding on to it. It has got a profit of 7.14, but I don't have any cash in this account. So if I wanted to do any more investment in Nvidia, I have to sell something. At this point of time, I don't feel like selling any of these things. Palantir is a good hold. And the covered call again is going to take away 100 of my Palantir shares, but I'll make around $800 profit from that. And I have Altimmune, which is a speculative position in this account. I'm going to hold on to it. And my gain or loss so far accrued is 1166. This is yet another account of mine where I have an accrued loss of $4,024. And I'll show you the P&L on this account. As you can see, the total loss that I've already incurred on this account is 10,726.21. So if I was to look at the biggest loss-making position here, it is this one. The biggest loss-making position for me here is Tesla. And I'm trying to recover from this loss. A bulk of this 10,000, most of it is from Tesla. And the place where I have recovered most money is, one is out here with Nvidia. I made around $9,400 approximately as profit out here. The other big place where I made money is Amazon. and then of course a few thousands here and there in other counters. But this account is not looking that great, and what I plan to do with this account is invest a little more into Nvidia. As you can see here, I've got 400 Nvidia and the average price is 27.75, and this average price, which is lower than the market price right now, can help me to have a lower cost of purchase for each of these shares, even if I buy at market rate. So that gives me a distinct advantage in my opinion. So that's what I'm planning to do. And where will the money come from? Well, I have around $8,300 cash in this account available to me, and I have AMD in loss-making position, but I think AMD is making all the right moves, and I think it will be able to recover, and it could be number 2 to Nvidia. But I'm going to sell Intel Corporation because I think that company is not going in the right direction. I have accrued loss of 4,162. I don't mind adding that and just going ahead and using this money to invest in Nvidia. So this, if I sell it at this price, would give me around $3,624. Add that to $8,000, so I got around $11,000 approximately, or $12,000 available to me. And then I'm looking at the rest, and I'm thinking that I would also like to get out of Tesla out here and book the loss of $2,483, and that will give me another $6,000 to put into Nvidia, and all of that is going into Nvidia. That's the way I'm approaching this, and this is what I mean by saying I'm going all in on Nvidia. So what's the game plan? I'm thinking I'll hold on to it until after the results, and after the results I'm expecting the share price to spike up, and when it spikes up I'll have to decide whether I'm going to sell everything or I'm going to sell half of it and wait for the other half. And I'll also have to make a hard decision on selling FNGU at that time and use that money to put into FNGD, to dollar cost average FNGD. So all those decisions will be there, but right now the primary decision is to get rid of Intel Corporation shares, to get rid of Bluebird, and put all that money into Nvidia. So that's my game plan, friends. I know I'm taking a bold stand out here, and I've explained to you my thesis, why I think Nvidia will do great and why it will give great reports and also great forward guidance. I could be wrong, but as a retail investor, that is what I'm thinking based on the information available to me and my own logic. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Please put that in the comment section, and we'll find out in the next 3 to 4 days what happens. Either I'm going to be a hero or I'm going to be a zero. We'll see that. Please let me know what you think, and I'll like to read your comments. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.